Hello and welcome to Affinity. We're going to now look at a obscure corner of Affinity Photo which you may well never have used. I hadn't until recently, so I thought I'd have a play with it and try and figure it out. And here we are. So we go to Filters here, Blur, and all the way down to the bottom, Custom Blur. And what this brings up here is a big matrix here of numbers. And you can type in numbers on here, so I can type 1 in that, for example, hit tab, go to the next one, and it's done something. But what I can also do is just hover the mouse over it and roll the mouse wheel, and that will change things as well. Let's go in close to see what works. I'm using this picture particularly, it's got some particular outline, lines, it's got horizontals, verticals and diagonals, so I'll use this. I'm also going to do a number of videos showing different elements that you can do with it. But first of all, let's just take this and go up one, and look what happens. When I go up one, you can see it sort of like moves diagonally down. So what if I go to the opposite corner? Does that do the opposite? Yeah, see, that pushes that diagonally up. What about the other way? Oops. There we go. That works that way. And this one works this way. And even the middle here, that pushes it down. So in other words, it goes to the opposite side. It pushes the whole thing to the opposite side. You go up and down that way. So that's interesting. And the middle here is 1. If it's by itself, I can play with it and nothing happens. When it's got something else on, then when I do it, it's going to do more things. So we'll leave it as 1 at the moment. We've also got these things down here, which is an offset, which can have an effect as well. And the divisor and normalizer. And what this does is, because the 1 there and 1 there, that adds up to 2, so the divisor is 2, divides everything by 2, so it's effectively like putting 0.5 everywhere. So it's kind of convenient. I have played with it, but it doesn't seem to be particularly useful other than to just click normalize and leave it like that. So it's a bit more automatic. So let's go to, if I push this down here, so that's pushed it down. If I push this one up here, now you can see it's pushed back the other way at the same time. So I've now got a sort of blur. It's actually going out. I can even go in a bit closer. Let's do that really close. Go back. So 1 pushes it down diagonally. Push it one out, pushes it back up again, a bit more blurred. So here is where blur is happening. Although custom blur does more than just blur. It's about edges, and you can get sharpening effects as well. And you can get almost like an emboss. So let's do that one down there as well, and this one down here. So this seems to be making more of a blur. What if we do this one up here, 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 and here? And sometimes when you're doing this, you just change one and the whole thing suddenly changes, or it can make just no difference at all. So we could have this interesting effect. Now what if I start playing with this? Nothing seems to be happening when I go up here. What if I come down? Because I can also go negative. Oh look, it went a little bit further there. Look at what's happening now. But it's kind of separating out a bit here. Now look at what's happening altogether, and it's suddenly going a lot more radical here. And look how strange that is there. But an 8 suddenly just disappeared altogether. And that's a curious thing, isn't it? So let's go back to 1 for a moment. And I'm just going to turn these off here to show. So I just got the corner set. Now what happens if I go this down to -1, -2, -3, -4? See, there's a big change at -4. It's kind of disappeared. And it's because everything adds up to 0. When you get that, you get that effect. If I put the offset to 1, something comes back, and oh look, I've now got a kind of edge detection thing going on here. So you just play around with these and see what happens. You can get all kinds of interesting effects. So let's go back up to 0 there. Bring these all the way back down here, because this is the outside one. Let's put up to 1. I will just put 1 in the middle. I'm not sure, is that going to come back? There it is. So we're now back to the beginning. But I could do things like put ones all down one side, But if I put -1s down the other side, and I'm now getting an asymmetric effect. And look at what we're getting here. It looks like it's embossed. Let's go out a bit. Here you can get that effect. So you can play with these things. You can get blurring, you can get sharpening, and you can get embossing. And pushing these things can make it just disappear, make it comes back a bit. You can get vertical things as well. So this here, notice the blinds here. When I do this here, see I've just got the blinds there because they're vertical. Yeah, so it's enhancing vertical things. Whereas if I just went -1s there, say, and +1s along the bottom there, and just put up to 1 here. Now you see the verticals are gone there. Now I've got horizontals because I've got horizontals here. So there we go. That's enough for this one. But you can see here, it's more than just a blur. It's a fundamental thing, and there's some serious maths which can go along with it as well. But we don't have to worry about that. We just play and going, that's interesting. How could I use that? Anyway, thank you very much for watching.